Just talking to Dwight, he said he didn't want to do it, that maybe you would give this team a letter grade at this point of the season.
Uh, Good question. I'd say probably a B plus. Off the top of my head, I think we've done a good job of taking care of business, and we've won at a high rate, but we still have a long way to go in terms of our execution pieces and growing in the second half of the season.
How did Rajon look in practice today? You said Allie said that he did the whole thing.
Yeah, he looked good. It's just a matter of how the finger is going to feel and how it feels tomorrow. After for the first time getting some work on it, but he was a full participant and looked good. And I think we're listing him as questionable for tomorrow.
Is he still wearing the wrap?
Yes.
What has been your impression of having Danny Green in the locker room and on the court, and what sort of struck you the most about having him on your team this season?
He's a true pro, and he's been invaluable to our chemistry building this year. When we had a lot of new faces coming together for the first time, you don't know how that chemistry is going to come together and how quickly it's going to come together. But his personality and resume and experience and body of work, all have contributed to the belief that we have in this team. And like I said, his personality is just he's a fun guy to be around. And everybody respects him, everybody likes him, and I think he's really contributed from a chemistry standpoint as well as contributing on the floor.
Frank, when LeBron spoke after China, he received a lot of criticism for his perspective on what Daryl had said. But how did you feel like those comments were received in the locker room?
Whose comments?
LeBron's comments.
Received which comments specifically are you talking about?
He said that he thought Daryl was misinformed on what the impact of those comments would be, and specifically with teams playing over there, kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you have to ask our other players how his comments were received in the locker room. To me, that's a long time ago, and we're just concentrating on game 42.
How did you there was so much noise around your team at that point? How did you keep the team focused and, I guess, insulated from kind of all that was happening around it?
We really just had a mindset, like we have all year, to keep our focus on the task at hand and to stay in the moment, and to whatever our environment is, whether we're winning a bunch, losing a bunch, traveling home. When we come together, we gotta focus on getting better and focus on the task at hand. And that's been a mindset from day one for me since I took this job that I wanted to set for our guys, and it was no different during that time.
There was, you have talked about how it kind of the inability to have normal practices and all that travel and just all of the distraction was something that you guys had to overcome early in the season. But obviously the start of the season went great for you guys. I'm just wondering, what did you learn about sort of the mental toughness of your players getting through that and still having the start that you guys had?
Well, I learned that to me it was an early good sign that we were going to have great chemistry this year. When you deal with adversity before you really even hit the ground, and you're able to kind of like grow and be together in an environment like that. It was just an early sign that our chemistry was going to be strong. Obviously it has to stay strong in the second half of the season, but that to me was the first sign that it was going to be good.
Coach, what's your level of anxiousness to get AD back into the flow of things?
On a 1 to 10,
Yeah.
20, 30, 40, 100, 200. Very anxious, but also having the mindset to be very wise and patient and intelligent about an injury to a very important player that we're not going to rush back. We're going to be conservative and make sure he's right before we return him to play. Have a marathon mindset to the season, as we would with all of our players, but in particular with someone of this caliber. And I'm excited to get him back. But look, you always look at the bright side of things, and it's it's fun to see other guys get opportunities. You know, to see Kuz get the minutes he's been getting, to see Duds get in there and some of the wings, and you know, so I tend to or choose to focus on, you know, the positives of this, and you know, helping those guys grow. There's benefits when one guy's out. There's always benefits for other guys.
Part of the reason you guys have been able to win those 9 games in a row before last game was picking up the pace. And Houston, I don't know what their pace ranking is, but traditionally since Antonio's been there, that they've played with a lot of pace. Can you play that game against them?
Of course, you know, and the pace stats are always, to me, you know, there's two sides of it. You know, you don't want pace against your defense. You want to get your defense back and get set. But whatever the other team's style of play is, you know, we want to get out and run. You know, and makes, misses, turnovers, whatever. We want to have the mindset to get as many possessions throughout the game where we can attack before the defense is set. And you know, that won't be any different for this game.
LeBron has made a ton of really long passes this year to kind of help with that. Is that something that you, obviously he's always done that, but is that something that you as a coaching staff like encouraged him to do more of this year? We
did, but it's a little bit of the chicken or the egg thing. You know, I mean, we saw him doing it some last year on tape, and we came in with the mindset that, I mean, this is something that I call it the no dribble advance pass. You know, where you know, you get an outlet and, you know, you're seeing down the floor. By the way, my daughter had a great one yesterday in her 8th grade girls basketball game. I was praising her for it. Good job, Ari. Great job. And you know, but it's something that he does naturally that I've taught with past teams that we've encouraged. You know, with him and with all of our guys. You know, run the floor, run your patterns, and, you know, whoever's getting the outlet or the rebound, you know, make sure as soon as you know, that ball touches your fingertips, you know, that you have your eyes down the floor and see if we make some of those passes.
How much of that is AD as well, just his ability to get out and beat another big down the floor?
That's a huge part of it. You know, you got to have wide receivers that you trust will catch the ball and do something smart with it. And, you know, his catches in transition are near unguardable, and he catches just about everything. You know, so I think that's been a big part of it as well.
Have you seen another player that's been able to get the ball from like a rebound into the other team's paint as consistently as LeBron can, like in your years in the NBA?
No. The short answer, no. I mean, Kevin Love's a great outlet guy, but not the way LeBron does it.
How does that help you guys?
Easy buckets. You know, the more you can get attacks on the other team's basket before.
What letter grade would you give this team as to how it was progressed?
Dang, that's a tough first question. What letter grade do I give our team?
Yeah.
Well, that's coach's job. I'm just go out there and play hard, and I think our team is just going to continue to go out there and play hard, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, we'll let coach give us grades, and we'll just go out there and play the best we can.
Are you surprised you have the record that you do?
I'm not surprised. I think we have a very great group of guys who enjoy the game of basketball and who enjoy each other, and we're having a lot of fun winning. So the culture here is amazing. Our fans have been great, you know, and we just want to keep doing what we're doing.
What were some of your favorite moments from the first half of the season?
My favorite moments, every game, every moment has been great. I've enjoyed my time back here in LA.
What has it been like to share a locker room with Danny? What's been your
Share a locker room with Danny?
and play alongside him?
It's been great. You know, Danny's a great guy. He's always dancing, always having a good time. He works extremely hard. You know, it's just fun. He's a great guy to be around.
Dwight, with your situation, do you feel like you've gotten more comfortable in this role as the year's gone on and sort of being the energy guy at the bench?
Whatever this team needs me to do, you know, I'm willing to do it. Whatever this team needs me to do, I'm willing to do it. So it's not about being comfortable and just being myself. Just having fun, enjoying the game, and staying in the moment.
Dwight, you talked about the offseason, how important it was just to get physically right. And I wondered at this point, you've knock on wood, been able to stay healthy, and what that offseason did, if you did anything different from years past, and how you've been able to maintain that level so far.
Well, the off season, the main thing was just making sure I got my strength back in my legs and just strengthen my core. And once that was there, I knew that it was going to be a pretty good year for me. You know, just making sure that my legs and my core are strong. Usually when you have a back injury, it takes a lot of time to get back healthy, and I had a whole year really to recover. So I'm just glad this season that, you know, I've been able to play injury-free, and I'm very thankful for that.
Is there any sort of thoughts you guys take into this road trip as a whole and what you want to accomplish in these 5 games?
We just want to go out and stay in the moment, concentrate on one game at a time, just lock in. You know, this is a great road trip for us, good opportunity for us to get better, continue to grow as a team, continue to grow off the court, and you know, we should be fine. I think this will be a great trip for us.
It's one of the few teams that you haven't seen yet. It's been a few years since you've been there. Just wondered, the way that they play now with James is so unique and different. What's the defensive key that you see could have some effect against that?
Man. You know, obviously James is a guy who can get you 40, 50 points, you know, pretty easy. Then you have Westbrook, who's dynamic, going to the basket and finishing around the paint, getting rebounds and getting assists. So, you know, those two guys are, you know, very tough to stop. And then they have a lot of shooters, and then they got bigs who rebound and run the floor well. So they got a really good team. I just think if we come out and play our brand of basketball, dominate the paint, we should win.
Dwight, as somebody who's known Daryl, were you surprised when all that stuff happened with China and the tweet and all that stuff?
It has nothing to do with me or the Lakers. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to stay away from that one. Yeah.
It has a lot to do with the Lakers, though.
I'm going to stay away from it. I'm not Daryl.
I mean, are you still experiencing any fallout from that in terms of your business dealings or?
Nah. I'm going to stay away from China. Chinese questions. Focus on Houston.
This is a long.
No offense.
This is a long road trip for you to be on, isn't it?
No, this is a great road trip. We've been home. We get a chance to go on the road, and I think when we're on the road, we get a real good chance of building together as a team, you know, because it's just us on the road. So we get a chance to build and grow and learn from each other. I think Rondo talked about us being together one night before the game in OKC and how that really helped us the next day. So, you know, opportunities like this is great for our team to really just grow, learn from each other, build with each other, and of course it's just going to really help our chemistry on the floor.
Dwight, you obviously understood the power of the relationship between Houston and China when you were there, and I understand you're trying to say, but I'm just curious, like, when for that no longer to be part of Houston not being recognized in China, like, what do you think that means for that franchise?
My focus is on the Los Angeles Lakers and what we're trying to accomplish this year. I mean, I understand this.